confirmed number of coronavirus cases in Los Angeles County comes to 1,237,561. The confirmed number of deaths comes to 24,097. Here in Torrance, the total number of confirmed cases is 7,331, with total confirmed deaths at 215. Welcome to COVID-19 Today. I'm Leslie Robbins. It's 4 p.m. on Monday, May 17th. Los Angeles County public health officials are making it clear masks must still be worn inside businesses or at crowded indoor areas. After the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention announced new mask-wearing guidance last week, saying it was okay to remove masks when outdoors and or in most indoor settings, it created a bit of confusion. The county's public health officials say everyone must still adhere to social distancing and mask requirements in the workplace, at least until the California Division of Occupational Safety and Health, or Cal-OSHA, changes its guidelines. Dr. Barbara Ferrer, the county's public health director, says until Cal-OSHA changes their requirements, the county cannot be less restrictive. The state agency's board is expected to vote on new workplace safety standards this Thursday, and, if approved, businesses where all employees are fully vaccinated won't have to physically distance starting July 31st. Face coverings would still be required at all workplaces except when a worker is alone in a room or when everyone in a room is vaccinated and asymptomatic. Major retailers are beginning to announce changes to their mask-wearing mandates following the CDC's announcement last week. Starbucks is the latest to make masks optional for customers who are fully vaccinated beginning today in states where local mask requirements have changed to align with the CDC. Starbucks joins Trader Joe's, Costco, Sam's Club, and Walmart, who announced on Friday they were dropping their mask mandate for anyone who is fully inoculated and asked that anyone who isn't vaccinated to continue wearing masks. CVS pharmacies, Macy's, and Walgreens officials say they're reviewing the updated CDC guidance with the safety of their employees and customers as a top priority. Home Depot and Kroger brands, which includes Food 4 Less and Ralph's, also said they will continue to require everyone in their stores to wear masks, regardless of vaccination status. The CDC announced last Thursday that anyone who is fully vaccinated can participate in indoor and outdoor activities, large and small, without wearing a mask or physically distancing, basically resuming activities prior to the pandemic. Well, now there are exceptions where masks are required by federal, state, local, tribal, or territorial laws, rules, and regulations, including local business and workplace guidance. Now, the guidance still calls for wearing your mask in crowded indoor settings like on buses, planes, or hospitals. Each state will still have the choice to implement their own guidelines, as nearly half of the country still has some sort of statewide mask mandate in place. In Los Angeles County and California, masks are still required in many public circumstances, even for those fully vaccinated, at least until June 15th. Dr. Rochelle Walensky says people who are not fully vaccinated should continue to wear masks when around others, and for those who may be immunocompromised, should talk to their healthcare provider to decide how to best protect themselves during the pandemic. California health officials announced today they're not quite ready to do away with masks just yet. The state would begin following the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's relaxed mask guidelines for some indoor settings beginning next month when the economy fully reopens. The state's health secretary, Mark Galley, says the date aligns with the state's plan to reopen on June 15th, allowing for more Californians to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Dr. Galley says the next 4 weeks will also allow health officials time to discuss how they plan to implement the new guidelines and whether or not people will need to show proof of vaccination for certain events. He also says businesses should encourage their customers to continue wearing masks until the mask requirements are rescinded, despite many major retailers releasing updated masking policies. By June 15th, California plans to move away from its color-coded tier system that regulates closures and openings county by county, along with the capacity limitations, as those will also be lifted as the state reopens as a whole. Los Angeles City-operated COVID-19 vaccination sites are making some extra accommodations to help make getting vaccinated that much easier. The changes include extending hours until 8 p.m. at 9 City of LA run sites, with all 3 approved vaccine options available at mass immunization centers and offering walk-ins instead of scheduling ahead to get the vaccine. Now, officials say the city of Los Angeles saw a 200% increase in demand for evening hours over the last 2 weeks, so they are extending the hours to make it convenient to go after work. The city of LA is prepared to administer over 250,000 vaccinations this week. There are also mobile clinics hitting hard to reach communities to ensure equitable vaccine distribution. You can learn more by going to coronavirus.lacity.org/vaxready. As graduation and summer approach quickly, many are signing up to get their teens vaccinated before gathering with friends again. Health agencies and providers began vaccinating newly eligible 12 to 15-year-olds last week, shortly after the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Immunization Advisory Committee voted to approve the use of the Pfizer vaccine on the younger age group. LA County's public health also quickly cleared its sites and other providers in the region and began offering appointments immediately. Grocery chains like Ralph's also announced that their pharmacies would be ready along with Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, and much more. You can go to vaccinatelacounty.com to get the full list of where you can take your teen to get the COVID-19 vaccine. Now, this is the 2-dose treatment, and a parent or guardian must be present when getting the vaccine. President Joe Biden is warning states across the U.S. with low vaccination rates that COVID-19 cases may rise again. For the first time since the pandemic, coronavirus cases are down in all 50 states. He says it would be a needless tragedy to see COVID cases rise among those who do not get vaccinated. The president's comments come as the White House pushes to get more Americans vaccinated as quickly as possible. As of today, more than 154 million American adults, or nearly 60% of the population, have had at least 1 dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, roughly 121 million, or 47% of adults, are fully vaccinated. Well, California reached a big vaccination milestone recently. Since COVID-19 vaccines became available nearly 5 months ago, more than 50% of California residents have received at least 1 dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, with about 38% of Californians now fully vaccinated. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, California now ranks 12th among all states in the nation for having the greatest percentage of its residents vaccinated with at least 1 dose. Tax day is finally here, and if you're one of the nearly 4 million in California who have not filed yet, not to panic. The quickest way to file for an extension is to electronically request it through the IRS, free file. This form extends your deadline to October 15th. Now, to get the extension, you will have to estimate your tax liability and pay any amount due. Now, if you owed money last year, experts say there's a good chance you will owe this year, unless your income status changed significantly because of the pandemic. Experts also say even if people aren't required to file because income levels don't meet the threshold during the pandemic, there is extra money that could be sent to those who meet the criteria for credits. The Franchise Tax Board is able to help people calculate an estimate of what they owe, and credit card payments can be made, or you can set up a payment plan if needed. For complicated tax returns, they suggest hiring a tax preparer. The Franchise Tax Board is available even today at 800-852-5711 or go to ftb.ca.gov. The U.S. Treasury Department announced today that 39 million families will receive monthly child payments come July 15th. Now, this is part of President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package, which expanded the child tax credit for 1 year and made it possible to prepay the benefits on a monthly basis. Nearly 88% of children are set to receive the benefits without their parents needing to take any additional action. Qualified families will receive a payment of up to $300 per month for each child under 6 and $250 per month for children 6 to 17. The child tax credit was previously capped at $2,000 and only paid families with income tax obligations after they filed with the IRS. But now couples earning $150,000 or less can receive the full payments on the 15th of each month beginning in July, and in most cases by direct deposit. The benefits total $3,600 annually for children under 6, $3,000 for those who are older. The IRS will determine eligibility based on the 2019 and 2020 tax years. Well, before we go, at the end of each program, we like to share feel-good stories from our community. Pictures, images, and videos that remind us of how resilient our community is and how Torrance truly cares. One local group made a great effort to ensure Armed Forces Day was not forgotten, despite the city having to postpone it until next year due to the ongoing pandemic. For the second year in a row, the Tiger Squadron hosted a breathtaking flyover in honor of Armed Forces Day. The warplanes performed aerial maneuvers with the event streamed on Facebook Live. What a great way to show how Torrance cares for its military veterans and current members who continue to serve our country. Now, if you have a great story, upcoming event, a photo or video you'd like to share, email us at covid19today@torranceca.gov. We'd love to hear from you. Well, that is our update for COVID-19 today. Be sure to join us again tomorrow as Rhiannon Shutanich brings you the latest. Please be safe, stay healthy, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Wipe gums, brush teeth twice a day. Take them to the dentist, yeah, right away. Love your baby's teeth, that's what we say. Keep them nice and clean from the very first day.
After feeding, wipe those gums.
Got a tooth? Brush it clean.
Take them to the dentist by the time they turn 1.
Love your baby's teeth, that's what we say. Keep them nice and clean from the very first day, yeah, right away.
Sorry about that. No, I've been staying at my dad's place because of everything.
Here you go. It's your favorite. It's chicken noodle.
He's good.
Oh, wait, Dad. Wait, hang on.
Yeah, I know, we keep missing each other. I've been working out of my dad's house. Doing some reading. I should be working out more. I know it's important to stay healthy. It's just, I don't have the time. I just feel like I'm drowning.
Your turn.
In tough times like this, we know it can be easy to neglect your own health and well-being.
Dad, it's the girls. Oh.
What kind of dance is
But
that?
while you care for your loved one, you also need to care for yourself.
You look good.
Go to aarp.org/caregiving for free mental health and self-help tips.